Okay, and we are live. Yeah. Um, oh, Donna's just a door.
Oh, I was wondering who that was.
That is Donna.
Okay.
So, welcome to Survival Skills. Okay, so we are at summer camp. All right, it's just a new theme. It's boot camp. We're at summer camp, and we're going to learn the survival skills that we need to be successful in our business. Okay, so that's what today is about. So it's just a silly term. Okay, so are you guys all ready? Your bootstraps pulled up and sleeves rolled up and hair up and all that. So first, let me say I sent you some paperwork right in your email, and your success. I can't see it.
Oh, I forgot to print that stuff.
Okay, you don't need to print. You'll just go back to it. It's fine. But
Okay.
success is not a piece of paper. Okay. The paper is just a tool that other people have used in Mary Kay. Make sense? Success is a mindset. And if you say that this I used your paper and it didn't work, well, it's not about the paper, it's about what you're telling yourself. Okay. Everything about this business is what you tell yourself. So if you're out there lost in the woods and you tell yourself, I'm going to die, and you sit down and wait to die, then you're going to die. Nothing's going to happen. But if you are out there lost in the woods and you're like, okay, let's figure this out. Which way is north? Where's the river? What do I follow to get back to where I need to be? You'll figure it out, right? You'll have a plan. Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's all this is, some documents to help you think about your path. All right. It will work as well as you decide it's going to. Okay. And this isn't just for you guys, it's for anybody watching after. Okay. So I'm going to bring up. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting things on my phone. Sorry. Share. Let's see. Here. Yeah. All right. So first things first, you've got to know where the heck you're going. Okay. This is your favorite part, Donna, is the goals. Now, this says new consultant checklist. Um, just disregard the new consultant part. This is what to do. Like, let's say you're relaunching. You want a fresh start. Everybody wants to grow, right? So this is what do I do in 30 days? Okay, this is just what the successful people have said. This is what you do in 30 days to get the ball in motion. Okay. So draw a line in the sand, just say today's day one. Okay. And it says book a launch party, which would be something I would do with you. Debbie, tell the group about your launch party. Like how many people came, how many referrals did you get, how much did you sell? I know it took a minute to close everybody, but just like what were your results?
So I think I had 7.
Okay.
I think there was a lot that I invited, but 7 came, and I had 25 referrals from that. 25, 27, somewhere in there. Um,
Okay.
I originally sold, I started with $730 that night.
Mhm.
And then through the week, as the others ordered, it came to be like 900 and something. Can't remember the exact amount,
Okay,
actually.
so get freaking excited about that. That is amazing.
Yes, it was amazing. And actually, I'm still having orders trickle in. I just did another order from my launch party from somebody who wasn't there. And that was my first virtual, and she bought a princess bag. So,
That's
yeah.
fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
No matter where you are in your business, we can do a launch party. We don't have to call it a launch or a relaunch, whatever. It's summer explosion, summer extravaganza, or whatever, and I will do it for you. So if it's something that you want to do, talk to me after, and we can totally do that, and we'll do it just like you're brand new, and I'll do all the work. So hey, get excited about that. Debbie, how many people did you invite to the launch party? I know it was a lot, but like, how many ish?
Um, I had invited like 45.
Okay.
I sent out 45, invites,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it was 13 that actually said they were going to come, but only 7 actually made it. So the other 6 are the ones that I had finished up with, either ordering or rebooking or something like that. So,
Yeah. So see up there where it says personally invite 50 to 100 people. Okay. So she invited like 45, and you heard her numbers. Okay. So 45 to get 13 to say yes, to get 7 to show up, to sell almost a grand.
mhm, yeah,
Okay. And truly fantastic. I mean, nobody would throw that away, right?
no,
Okay.
I'm telling you, you know what? I was thinking last night and I thought, man, I would do one virtual class a night if I could have numbers like that. I would do them every night except Sunday night or Sunday. I take a day off. Um,
Well, and
that,
here's
go ahead.
no, you go.
I just thought it was amazing. You know, really, to me, it was like, oh my gosh, how much better can this be when you're just sitting in your home? That's
Mhm.
exactly what I thought after I was done with that, and I thought, this is crazy because I mean, I had no idea Mary Kay you could do this anymore. So when Mimi at first told me, I thought, no way, but it's truly so simple.
Mhm. And
It's so simple.
the more often you do it, the better you'll get. Your confidence goes up. I mean,
Yeah.
isn't your confidence just like through the roof since that first one, even though did it go perfect?
Yes, yes, because it's like you learn what to tweak and you learn what to not do or what to do. Um, so it's good. It's really good. And each time I think you learn to tweak things and what you can add or take away.
Still raise my hand. So, you know, you're probably sitting there thinking, I know all this stuff. Okay, when am I going to learn something? But I think that it's really important to hear this stuff, to hear these basics and how they really work. So again, this worksheet is about what to do in your first 30 days, but forget that it says new consultants. Just what do I do every 30 days? 10 bookings on your books. So how many appointments are going to hold if you get 10 bookings?
5.
Yeah, about 5. Okay. So you want to work on getting 10 outside orders, getting 10 on your launch or on our lives. So I'm going to go live every week. Tomorrow I go live in our Look Studio group. And, we've got Lily's skincare classes also. So focus, like if you're like, I don't know what I want to focus on, I don't know what my goals are, here's a path to run on. Have I gotten 10 orders? And if you're like 10 orders a month, that's nothing. Then you know what? Challenge yourself, make it 10 orders a week. Okay. Whatever makes it a challenge for you. But have 10, focus on getting 10 people on the lives that are presented to us. Okay. That doesn't mean 10 each time. Gosh, 10 total for crying out loud. Okay. Then it says get 50 in your Facebook group. All right. So look at how many do you have. And if you're, we're going to, well, no, but if you're not sure how to get more people in your Facebook group, that's another topic. But 50 in your Facebook group. Okay. And then 6 chats. So y'all, if you haven't done a possibility chat with your director in the last year, then before you go out and do these possibility chats with people, I want to encourage you. I mean, you can do whatever you want because, we're all self-employed and you're the boss. But I would encourage you to do a possibility chat with me because the way we do them today is so much different and more effective than the way we did them 5 years ago. Okay, so I'm putting that at your feet. Anybody got a question? I see something in the chat. Okay. Any questions? Donna, you're muted. It looks like you're talking, but I can't tell because there's a cat.
I'm talking to my kitty.
Oh, okay.
She wants to go outside. That's why she's mauling me.
So when you're looking at this sheet, decide, maybe you're going to go for all of it. Maybe you're going to go for a couple things on it. You're the boss, okay? But decide what you're going for. And, we have the SOAR prize every month. All I know, every year it changes. So the theme changes and whatnot. And I know they're changing it up this year, but we don't know what it is. So that's another thing to aim for every month is that we'll call it a SOAR prize, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, the 600, doing your 600. So I don't know what it's changing to, but it'll be awesome. So, okay. Then here's the thing, guys, is the weekly plan sheet. Now this is a fancified one. You could pull it off of InTouch. I emailed this to all of these to all of you. But okay. Total hair down moment here. When I saw this, when I was a consultant and my director says, plan sheet, I was like, you know what? My life is so full and so busy. Doing this is a waste of my time because I don't have a lot of pockets of time. I'll fit it in where I can fit it in. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of person. If you've ever met me, ha ha ha, but here's what I've learned. Okay. When I zipped this and opened these and listened to her, I got so much more freedom and flexibility. And it's funny because when a consultant, when you guys call me, are you doing a facial right now? I get that all of the time. I'm pretty structured on when I work. I don't just work anytime. So before I even talk about this, I'm going to ask you, like, you ever shop at Target or Walmart or Costco or any of those places? Nod your head. Okay. So I'm familiar with Target. Target opens at 8 a.m. You've all heard me say this before. If I show up to Target at 7:45, are they letting me in?
No.
No, but they know me. They know my face. They see my face every couple days. I mean, not really, but you get what I'm saying? Even though they know me, I'm a great customer. They want my money. They're not letting me in. They're going to be like, we open at 8. Check your watch, Make sense?
Is
So
this like the old weekly plan sheet?
yeah,
Or is
this
this
is
a
just
new one?
no, this is just a fancified one. The old one is still on InTouch. Yeah.
Okay, because it looks different.
It does look different. Yeah. It's just more fancy.
So,
So
I remember doing these online or something like that. Did we do them online?
online, no, I
Okay.
didn't.
Okay.
Um,
I did
so
them online for Linda. Never mind.
it's okay, it's fine. So here's the thought process behind a weekly plan sheet. When you get focused on what you want to do, okay, and look, your goal might be I want to earn a car, I want to be a director. Your goal might be I want to earn $500 a month. Your goal might be I want 10 new customers a month. Whatever the goal is, if you say I want to be to get 10 new customers a month, but you only have 2 hours a month to work your business, then we got to get smart. But the time investment needs to equal the goal and the goal that you're looking at, right? Otherwise, they collide and your brain goes, how come I'm not being successful? Nod your head if that makes sense. All right. So when you're planning your week, it doesn't always go exactly the way you think, that you hope it's going to go when you make a plan. And that was my big thing when I got started. Like, people throw things at me all the time. I'm the person in my family that everybody throws everything at, so I might have a great plan. And then my mom calls me up and says, I need to go here because she doesn't drive anymore. And, my mom's got to take priority. And I can't say, well, I've got this plan sheet and this is what I'm doing, so I'm sorry. However, so I have the freedom to be flexible. I'm self-employed, I'm not unemployed. Okay, right? Makes sense? When I heard that the first time, I'm like, oh, that's so good. But within my home, I can have a structure that says, if you like, okay, I'm hold this up for a second. The pink boxes are when I hold skincare classes. So on here, it's Thursday and Saturday night, Thursday and Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Okay. So if my kid comes to me and says, well, I want to go to Santa Cruz on Thursday night, I'm like, well, sorry, I'm working. This is like, we all know mama works that day, but mama is off on Fridays. Okay. So we can do Santa Cruz on Friday. Make sense? Okay. Now, do I ever move it around? Of course. Usually it's more like, I want to get a ride to go to the movies. I'm like, well, I've got an appointment. Can her mom take you? And then I can pick up after my appointment. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But when I was married, I would make one of these and put one in his car and one on the fridge. And we would sit down and talk about it, sit down with your family and talk about, when do you need me? Tell me when you need me. Because you know what? If Mary Kay takes over everything in your life, has anybody ever experienced that? Nod your head, Debbie.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I know Nancy's nodding her head. If it takes over everything, then it becomes a point of resentment. Okay. So you've got to be focused and say, you know what? Like in my case, every Friday, like I'm not working. Now, does that mean I won't answer the phone? Of course not. But I'm not holding appointments on Fridays. Okay. If somebody says, well, I'm not available on Thursday, I'm like, well, how about next Thursday or the Thursday after or the Saturday after? Okay. Because eventually they'll be available. I'm not going to violate my family time, because I'll tell you what happens when I have done it. Here's what happens every time. They don't buy anything. They don't do anything. If they sign up, they no show. And I've sacrificed my family, because here's what I firmly believe. I firmly believe God says, you put it in order. I've got my faith time in here, my family time on here, my business time on here. And when I violate what I say I'm going to do by saying, well, I'm not really doing anything, we're just going to watch a movie. Sure, I can hold a class. Then it never goes the way I'm hoping. And I think I personally, this is just my own homespun opinion. I personally think it's God saying, look, that's because you're supposed to be with your kids. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
My opinion, you might not share it, and that's fine. My opinion. So I encourage you to fill one of these out. I like to color code it. My coding is at the bottom. You see, I mean, really, is this very detailed? Absolutely not. Okay. I've got yellow time in here to do follow-up calls and whatnot. Obviously, I have times in here where I have nothing even written. I'm flexible. But it helps me to be like, when am I working? When am I not working? When am I mom? When am I just me? Helpful. And
Mm-hmm.
this actually gives you more freedom than not having a plan. Okay. Questions, comments, anything?
Mm-hmm.
Debbie, you look like you want to laugh.
No, I'm just sitting here smiling because just the other day I went through my calendar and did that on my calendar.
Good.
So,
You'll see on here, it has goals on here for yourself. So, I mean, I have a weekly goal to sell $1,000 a week. Do I always hit it? No. Do I sometimes hit it? Yes. If I don't hit it, do I beat myself up? No. If I do hit it, do I celebrate? Yes. Um, sharing appointments, goals, star, it shows down here at the bottom of each day. How many did I book? How many did I share? How much did I sell? How many faces did I see? So you can get as detailed with it as you choose, or you can keep it pretty simple. Okay. All right. Any questions? But if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know what the goal is and how you're going to get there, you're in the woods, lost, and you're sitting down on the rock waiting for the bear to come and get you. Come on, you can laugh. Look at Donna.
The bear.
I was trying to think of something survivalist. Okay. Any comments or questions before I go on? No? All right. Okay. This I didn't send you. Let's see if I can find it in all my stuff. That's not it. You might get to see it, you might not. No, there. No. Where'd it go? I saw it. I'm sorry. You too can be a sales director. Not that. Not that. Heavens to Betsy. Okay, somebody sing a song. Now I'm bound and determined to find it because I saw it. Okay, whatever. It's not happening. So I'm going to come back over here. So when you have a weekly plan, you've got to break it down into a daily plan. Now, you may use this paper, you may not use this paper. That's up to you. Personally, I use my date book. My date book is actually pretty much this plan sheet here. So Mary Kay taught us that the night before, like before you go to bed tonight, you make your list of the 6 most important things that you're going to do tomorrow. You be the boss at night, you be the employee in the morning, right? So here's the mindset. I look at my 6 most important things list, and you know what? Some of those things I don't really want to do. Anybody ever feel like that? Like, well, I don't really want to call that person. Oh, she's scary. Or I've already called her a couple of times. Do I really want to call her again? You do the thing that you don't want to do, you do it first because you get it out of the way. All right. If you save the thing that you don't want to do till the end of the day, what happens? What do you think happens?
Oh, probably won't do it.
You won't do it, exactly. And then you continue to drag it on and drag it on and drag it on. So, and then that puts a guilt into on your shoulders and all sorts of things that don't help you to be productive in your business. So this sheet just helps you to break your day down, booking calls, follow-up calls, things you need to get done personally, whatever. Okay. But this helps break your day apart. And I love the way I actually created a date book that is basically this sheet. It's funny how our brains will mess with us if we leave that thing that we don't want to do till the end. It really is funny how our brains will do that. Any questions, comments, anything here? All right. The last thing I have is the bubble sheet. Now, you know what? These are all survival skills. For those of you who like to read, here's all of what I'm going to talk about. Here is your bubble sheet. Debbie, have you seen this before?
Well, I'm looking at it here. I don't think so.
Okay. So the idea is, here's what we have a tendency to do as humans. Oh my gosh, I made so many calls today. Nobody said yes. Okay. This is what we tell ourselves, right? Have you ever done that?
Hmm.
Okay. And so then the question that I say is, well, how many people did you actually talk to or correspond with? Like if you sent text messages, how many people sent a message back? Well, none. So then you have not had a negative day, right? Because you still you did the work, you did your part. Um, it's only a no when they say no. All right. So what the idea here is, I contacted Sandy. If I left a message for Sandy, I put one line through it. Okay. If I spoke to Sandy, I put an X through it. And if I booked an appointment, I fill it in. So basically, for every bubble sheet, if you do this whole sheet, you will get 10 bookings. It is a numbers game. If you do this sheet, you'll get 10 bookings. So if you do this sheet in a day, you'll get 10 bookings in a day. If you do this sheet in a year, you'll get 10 bookings in a year. All right. But it helps you to see, well, I reached out to her. I just left her a message. She said no, or she said yes. It's a really good visual. And I want to encourage y'all to, if you're thinking in your guts that I'm having a hard time booking, to use this because it really does work. And it will help keep you on the path, on the straight and narrow to getting your bookings. Okay. And Mary Kay always taught to finish your day on an up note. So you don't want to finish making calls where with the X. You want to finish making calls where you fill in a bubble, or at least where you've been leaving messages, never on a no. Okay. Because if you say, okay, I'm done, she said no, I'm done, I'm gonna go watch Netflix, then your subconscious goes to work to tell you, my business is dragging me down. But if you're like, hey, I left a bunch of messages, I sent a bunch of texts, or oh, I got a booking, then your subconscious is like, hey, if you left a bunch of messages or sent a bunch of texts, there is opportunity there. Okay. So that is what I have to share. Questions, Deb? Donna went to help a customer.
I had to switch to my phone because my battery on my computer went out. So
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to organize stuff here.
I'm gonna stop the sharing